What's up, everybody? KD3 here, and as you can clearly see, we've stumbled into quite a bit of trouble today. It seems somebody has decided to start a dispute of sorts on Twitter, and I just couldn't help myself. I had to talk about this and give my 2 cents. Ouroboros versus the Phantom Thieves. So pretty much Xenoblade Chronicles 3 versus Persona 5. Like, which group of the two would win? And this sparked a whole lot of debate and discussion and a whole lot of memes. So before I give my 2 cents on the matter, I just want to go through the memes with you guys. And if you like this content, make sure give me the like and whatever. On to what you came here for. Let's get to these memes. The Phantom Thieves one's Ouroboros initiates a chain attack.
They jumping me! They jumping me!
Oh my god. Yeah, if Ouroboros were to get off a chain attack on the Phantom Thieves, there'd be no way they survive it, because chain attacks, they do way too much damage. As someone who has played Xenoblade, I played both of these games. Chain attacks, they do way more damage than an all-out attack would do. An all-out attack, Ouroboros might survive it. Chain attack, there's no way the Phantom Thieves are surviving that. Ouroboros and Phantom Thieves would notice that they were manipulated to fight each other and would cooperate to defeat who's making them fight each other. Yes, this is actually what happened, but this is not fun, so we're gonna skip that. The Phantom Thieves when the cat girl starts waving a flag around. Alright, so if y'all don't understand what this means, this is mainly for the Persona fans. There's a character in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Her name is Fiona. She's a support character that can't really fight, but she's extremely broken because she can cast some very ridiculous buffs. She can freeze buff timers and things of that nature, and it results in some very silly shenanigans. And the way the class system works in Xenoblade is that any character can become any class. You have to unlock the class with each character, but the only thing that stops you or slows progress is how compatible each character is with the class. And by cat girl, they're referring to Mio, one of the main characters, and they're saying that she has inherited the class of Fiona. And like I said, once you see the flag, man, it's pretty much over in the Xenoblade world, because Fiona is extremely broken, very broken. Ouroboros, when they go for the kill in a chain attack, only for Futaba to position hack and cancel it into an all-out attack. This is probably what would happen, but then again, position hack is complete RNG. There's no guarantee that a position hack happens, and out of all the times I played Persona 5, precision hack does not happen that often. Reminder that in the Xeno world, inflicting a topple allows units to inflict damage no matter the resistance. Yes, that is true. Topple is very busted. Whatever defense you have is pretty much negated if you get toppled. Joker casting a mind charge heat risered myriad truths at Ouroboros.
Think fast, chuckle nuts!
Okay, alright. I feel like this is gonna be a very common one. I feel like it's just gonna be people saying mind charge, heat riser, myriad truths, because Izanagi no Okami is just too strong. Even in Persona 5, Izanagi no Okami is the strongest persona, and myriad truths is just too busted, and the country maker trait is just too busted. It's ridiculous. It's probably going to be every Persona fan's go-to why they defeat Ouroboros, but little do they know that will not stop Ouroboros for reasons I will explain later. Unfortunately for the Phantom Thieves, they cannot hide in the metaverse for that long, since food from the metaverse does not sustain them. However, if every member brought canned food into the metaverse and they sustained only Joker, he should survive for a good while. Let's be extremely generous and say that every member, including Akechi and Kasumi, brought 25 canned foods. If Joker eats those sparingly, 1 can per day, he should manage to survive for much longer. The average male body requires 2,000 calories per day to sustain itself. If every canned meal contains a full tuna, Joker would have to eat around 8 cans to survive. There is no way he would last 1 year. That's hilarious that somebody like gave that much thought, because I guess they're saying that there's no way the Phantom Thieves could beat Ouroboros head to head, so they would need to hide in the metaverse until Ouroboros dies. Because if you guys don't know, the way Ouroboros is they have a 10-year cycle because of the world they're in. They only live for 10 years and then they eventually die, and they're already pretty far into their terms. So if they waited long enough, they could end up defeating Ouroboros that way. If they don't kill Morgana, I'll do it myself. You know what? That's facts. This dude's spitting. Get Morgana out of here, at least, Ouroboros. Some kids. Futaba, were we able to defeat Ouroboros? No, Joker, that was just Riku and Banana. Phantom Thieves looking in awe as the Tachyon slash on the table. Of course. That's one of Noah's busted moves from his Sword of Origin. They literally only have to kill Joker to win, and every Ouroboros member would solo him with very little difficulty. Noah and Ouroboros, upon hearing it's showtime and seeing 9 people in a cat in costumes come down with their spiritual Pokemon. The Phantom Thieves are just a bunch of high schoolers with fake weapons in the real world. If I got a group of 7 friends, I could probably win against them. Yeah, in the real world, anybody could probably throw hands with the Phantom Thieves and probably beat them, because I'm pretty sure like Ryuji and An are like the only ones that keep it. Actually, Makoto, you probably couldn't beat Makoto in a fight because she knows self-defense. So Makoto's probably out of the question. Everyone else though, maybe. But then again, Joker, I'm pretty sure he does, you know, since training at the gym is an option, I'm pretty sure Joker's trained up. Him, Ryuji, Makoto, you might have an issue taking them down. Everybody else, probably fair game. Ouroboros when Morgana turns into a car and runs them all over. Imagine having to weaken an opponent before getting to use your instant win team attack. Yeah, so Ouroboros, or like Xenoblade combat, is not turn-based. So if you take that into account, like the Phantom Thieves are going to be like, it's our turn, what do you mean? And Ouroboros is going to be like, nah, we're just gonna fold you right here, right now. The whole Xenoblade cast versus Persona cast. Oh my god, that's disrespectful. Oh my goodness. Riku and Banana with solo. Nah, I don't agree. The Phantom Thieves are not surviving a punch from Mio. I forgot about this. Yeah, she folded one of those guys. Oh my god. One punch from Mio and they just went flying. Like I said, these are child-trained soldiers. But then again, like, JRPG characters are pretty, like, busted anyway, so Mio being able to do something like this doesn't surprise me at all. The Phantom Thieves when Senna yells, "Yippee." That calls for a green screen effect. The Phantom Thieves when Lance wants something meteor.
Hear that, Noah?
I haven't played, but aren't the P5 guys' powers exclusive to some Dream World Mindspace thing? What's Joker gonna do if I throw hands at him in broad daylight? Like I said, Joker stays in shape, you might get folded. The Phantom Thieves when someone just pulls them out of the metaverse. Phantom Thieves when they get hit with the break, topple, launch, smash.
I'll draw them.
Ouroboros and the Phantom Thieves when they realize their goals are pretty much the same. Alright, how many times we see Ouroboros when Joker uses the subconscious of humanity to summon Stan. The Phantom Thieves when the girl with the gall walks in. Oh, there's the one's my favorite. I love Senna, man. Yo, if you're a Senna appreciator, you better like this video right now, and you better join my Discord too. The link's in the description. I want my Senna appreciators in my Discord. I want them liking the video. I want them in my comment section. Let's go, Senna appreciators. Let's go, Senna #1. Phantom Thieves looking at Ouroboros become gigantic Evangelion mechs they're not in a cognitive place, so they can't do anything about it. But yeah, like this is a given. Like I said before, if the fight doesn't happen in the metaverse, Ouroboros is destroying them. Izanagi no Kami Picaro, all will be revealed. Oh my god. So here he's pulling out the Sword of Origin. Like I said, it's extremely broken, and they're saying Joker will get folded the moment he pulls his sword out, which, like I said, I expected to be a very common argument. The Phantom Thieves waiting for their turn while Joker is broken, toppled, dazed, bursted, immediately broken and toppled again, launched, smashed, and then sliced in half with the Sword of Origin. The Phantom Thieves, when they hear "I'll tear it all down." Joker, the second a chain attack starts, it'll last an entire year. I can believe that. Somebody will pull it off. Ouroboros, when the Phantom Thieves are able to live for more than 1 year. That's terrible. The Phantom Thieves, when the fight is brought outside the cognitive world. Xeno midcast, when they see Joker summon Izanagi no Kami Picaro and use myriad troops with max damage Country Maker, Almighty Amp and Boost, and Magic ability. What is the Phantom thrives watching Tank Noah pull out Lucky 7 and making all party members invincible. Yes, this is something Noah can do. Very silly. The Phantom Thieves, when they hear the chain attack music start playing.
No, 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 no! Wait. Hey. Wait.
We'll steal your... Christ, man. Oh my god, that damage. The Phantom Thieves, when they get chain attack for... I'm not even gonna read that number. Futaba watching the entire Phantom Thieves get chain attack for 9 billion damage. The Phantom Thieves, when Noah unsheathes Lucky 7. Ouroboros be like... Oh my god. The hell just vanished. Joker watching 7 to 8 people kick the snot out of him and his team all at once and not taking turns like they're supposed to. Ryuji, when he faces off against Lance.
You a big mother.
Ryuji versus Lance. Oh snap. I would pay to see that. Oh my god. Oh, was that all of them? Yeah, I think that's all of them. All right. So that was all the Ouroboros versus Phantom Thieves memes. So before I give my 2 cents, I'm going to see if I can grab literally the only person I know that has played Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I tried to get my friends to play it. They would not play it. So I've only know one guy. I'm going to see if I can grab him. And then we're going to have a back and forth discussion about who potentially wins this fight. So please, if you play Xenoblade, please join my Discord server. For the love of, I need more Xenoblade appreciators. As long as it's not 2. Anyways, if you like Xenoblade, join my server, please. Because I need more Xenoblade fans for things like this. I can't be reaching for the only Xenoblade guy that I know, because what if he's busy? What if he's got something to do? Like right now, I'm on a gamble here. I don't know if he's free or not, but I'm gonna risk it. I'm going to reach out to him, see if he's free, and if he is, we're gonna have this discussion. So be right back.
1 hour later.
Alright, I can't get my Xenoblade guy to help me out because Fire Emblem Engage just dropped and he's too busy playing that, so he don't want to help me. Boo-hoo, what can you do? Alright, on to this discussion. I'm pretty sure I'm enough. I played both games a healthy chunk. Oh, I wouldn't say healthy, but, you know, I played a lot, so I know what I'm talking about, I think. If any of you guys, have anything that I may have missed, go ahead and comment, and if you are a Xenoblade fan, please join my Discord server so I don't have to rely on only one person that plays Xenoblade. Thank you, and let's continue. So, the most common arguments I've heard for both sides. So, for Ouroboros' side, if this wasn't in the metaverse, they would win easily. Of course, that is obviously the case because the Phantom Thieves are just a bunch of kids. Some of them are capable of fighting and are in shape, but still nowhere near the amount of experience that ouroboros have because they're literally child soldiers. They're built for combat. So, yeah, that's not happening. The thing is, this fight wouldn't happen in the first place if it wasn't in the metaverse because the Phantom Thieves can't fight outside the metaverse. They would not approach these guys to fight outside of the metaverse. So it's happening in the metaverse. So anybody who's like, yeah, they won't win if they're not in the metaverse, that argument I feel like for this is invalid because we're talking about them fighting, and when they're not in the metaverse, that's not happening. So that argument's being taken right out. So anyways, the most common arguments that I've heard for both sides. So for Ouroboros' side, Noah has the Sword of Origin, or the Lucky 7, whatever you call it. It has the ability to negate any defenses, and it can tear through reality, so it could potentially destroy the metaverse or mementos or whatever. Thing is, I don't really know how. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to destroy mementos unless you like destroy the center of the distortions. So they would have to do that first, which I'm pretty sure they could do. But then again, if they are in the metaverse and the people aren't aware of Ouroboros' existence, wouldn't they just be destroyed? That's something that I literally just thought of. Wouldn't Ouroboros get destroyed since the fight would have to be in the metaverse, and people like Ouroboros do not even exist in the Phantom Thieves' world? Wouldn't they just be erased from the people's cognition like the Phantom Thieves almost were? That's something that I literally just came up with. That could be a thing, and the Phantom Thieves could probably win by default because of that. But, you know, I'm not anti-fun, so that's not the argument I'm going to go on. I've actually got quite a few things to say that I haven't seen anybody else say, not even on Twitter. So let's keep going. So like I said, Noah's got Sword of Origin. It can cut through any defense. It can tear through reality. Some people also mentioned that you can use the Sword of Origin to make your party completely invincible. Another thing I'd like to add on is that you can actually freeze the timer for the invincibility buff. There's actually a whole video on YouTube that explains how it's done, and it's very silly. You can be infinite, or you can be invincible for an infinite amount of time. And so you think, oh, Ouroboros wins it free, right? Actually, no. There is actually a way around that. Phantom Thieves, you know, they have Saturnile, they have Izanagi no Okami, Pikaro. These are not the counters, by the way. This is just the most common argument for their fight against Ouroboros. People are saying they would easily destroy Ouroboros because of Saturnile and Izanagi no Okami. Izanagi no Okami has one-shotted a god. Or not Izanagi no Okami. Saturnile has one-shotted a god. Izanagi no Okami is very busted with Myriad Truths and Country Maker, because Country Maker, it increases your damage based on your compendium progress and reduces the damage you take based on compendium progress. So very strong. Myriad Truths is very strong ability, but you know, since Noah can cut through any defenses using the Sword of Origin, their resistances would be pretty much nullified. So people are saying that's checkmate for Ouroboros on that end. And if that's all the Phantom Thieves had, I could agree. But there is one extremely crucial detail that it seems everyone has overlooked that results in the Phantom Thieves, in my opinion, winning the fight. I've seen so many people saying Ouroboros wins it easily, but since, like I said, the fight would have to happen in the metaverse, there's no way it doesn't. And Noah probably wouldn't destroy it because he would not probably be aware that is the source of their powers. Like, that's not happening. But the one crucial detail that a lot of people missed out on, even people that have played Persona 5, the most crucial detail that they missed out on, which I can't blame them for because you have to 100% the Thieves Den in order to even know this. But if you beat the Thieves Den 100%, Joker gets an item that makes the whole party completely invisible. And some people will say that doesn't make a difference, but my friend, that changes everything. If the whole party's invisible, that means they can ambush Ouroboros easily, because there's no way Ouroboros would know that they're coming. And then once that ambush happens, some of them will be inflicted with ailments so that they can't fight back, and the Phantom Thieves will get the first attack no matter what. And then once that starts, it starts a whole other chain of stuff. There's a random chance that Futaba's position hack could go off, even though it's not very likely, and all of them could potentially get downed, and then they're set up for the all-out attack. And normally the all-out attack, I said earlier in the video, it doesn't do nearly as much damage as a chain attack, which is very true. A chain attack would absolutely obliterate the Phantom Thieves. The thing is, in Persona 5 Royal, Futaba was given the ability to potentially instant kill anybody with an all-out attack. So that's a big change. They could potentially defeat Ouroboros with Futaba's all-out attack. So that's one way the Phantom Thieves could win. Let's say that the position hack doesn't happen. The Phantom Thieves still have the first move because of the ambush. And even like in a realistic scenario, this would be the case. They got ambushed. They're not going. The Ouroboros isn't going first. And you could power up Izanagi no Okami and use Myriad Truths. You could probably use Myriad Truths right off the bat and destroy them because there's no way they'd be able to dodge it or block it. And people are saying using Heat Riser and Concentrate, and people are laughing at them for it. I'm laughing at them too, because there's a way you could get all this off in one turn. Some of it is kind of RNG because flow, you know, like if you have flow, you get Charge and Concentrate as soon as the battle starts. But from my experience, you don't even need that. So if you look back at one of my Persona build videos, I have a way where you could power up the whole party without even spending a turn doing it. I have a female Orpheus that has all auto, so like auto Mataru, auto Musuku, and the defense one. Pretty much all of them. Attack, defense, evasion, accuracy. You get all those on the first turn, so it's pretty much Heat Riser as soon as the battle starts, and you don't even need to actually cast Heat Riser, which is why I never put Heat Riser on any of my party members. So I have that, and then I have the trait Wealth of Lotus, which extends all support cast skills effects by two turns, so it lasts for a long time. And then whenever it runs out, you can just use Neo Cadenza, which will heal the whole party for 50%, and they get all the buffs again. So battle starts, you already have the buffs on Joker, then you switch to Izanagi no Okami, and then you use Myriad Truths, and it does crazy damage. No need for Concentrate, because listen, knowing Ouroboros and how strong they are, if you waste that first turn buffing the party, it's over. You let Ouroboros rock at all, then the Phantom Thieves get washed. Because the whole point of me believing the Phantom Thieves could potentially win this battle is that they can stop Ouroboros from having the fight in the first place because of the way ambushes work. But if Ouroboros gets to fight, it's over. But the Phantom Thieves, like I said, can ambush them, can stop them from moving. They get priority because of ambush, and then they can hit them with a super strong move that they cannot avoid. So that's one way that could go down. We have that. We have the all-out attack if a position hack ends up happening, and that's not even everything. You could extend the time that they have to set up against Ouroboros if Joker casts a spell that inflicts them all with despair. Because if they're casted with despair, nobody can move. That includes the healers. They can't block they can't block despair. They won't be able to cure it if they get hit with it. They're all pretty much unable to move, and if it doesn't get shaken off in 3 turns, they're instantly defeated. So you could use that time to set up the ideal move that you'd want to use to finish off Ouroboros and just get them out of there that way. I think for these reasons, the Phantom Thieves would beat Ouroboros. Any other circumstance, if Ouroboros actually gets to fight, then Ouroboros wins. There's no way that they don't. But because the Phantom Thieves can prevent them from acting right away, they can win the fight. And of course, if the fight doesn't happen in Mementos, the Ouroboros cleans them up. But unfortunately, if we're talking about them fighting, there's no way it doesn't happen in Mementos. And if nobody mentions it, how would they even be aware that the world is the source of the Phantom Thieves' powers? Because there's no way none of the Phantom Thieves would be stupid enough to give out that information unless it's Ryuji. I could totally picture Ryuji saying, as long as we're in Mementos, this fight's on even ground, or maybe something stupid like that. But it's very unlikely, and I think for these reasons, the Phantom Thieves can defeat Ouroboros, or they do defeat Ouroboros. And people are gonna say, no, take the ambush out of the equation. It's not fair, but all's fair in love and war. And before you try to apply that to being outside of the metaverse, the fight wouldn't happen in the first place if it was not in the metaverse, because there's no reason they would approach Ouroboros for a fight in the first place if it was outside of the metaverse, because they'd just be regular kids. Some have a little judo training, and some go to the gym sometimes. They'll still get folded by literal child soldiers.
And I'm out. Later, losers.